Welcome to Accelerated Math 106, Module 4.1, Ratios and Rates. And I do apologize. It means ratios. All right, ratio and rates. So in this lecture video, I'm going to show you how to use ratios to compare two quantities. So in the textbook, I got this definition of ratio. Basically, a ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. To be more precise, it is by division. So these two quantities got to have the same unit. Ratio is comparing between two quantity with the same unit by division. All right. So different ways of expressing ratios. Normally, we will write ratio as a reduced fraction. So this is the first module. We are able to use calculator in Math 106. So I will use my graphing calculator to demonstrate how to type some of this in. So if you have a scientific calculator, please ask your instructor for help on how to use the calculator, especially converting to fractions. So let's take a look. Write the following comparison as a ratio reduced to the lowest term. So remember now, ratio is a comparison of two quantities with the same unit by division. Okay, so right now my 33 nickels compared to 13 dimes, these units are different. So we need to make sure they have the same unit before I need to write them out as a ratio. So do I want to convert nickels into dimes or dimes into nickels so they will have the same unit? It turns out either way is correct, but for some, not for some reason, it's actually easier to take dimes, convert to nickels. Mathematically, it's easier. And the reason is dimes is a larger unit. Convert to a smaller unit will always be a little bit easier to work with. So let's convert first. 13 dimes. So on the formula sheet, all right, conversion between nickel and dimes. Let's see, do I have it? I don't have it on here. So let's just think about this for a minute. Okay, every dime is 2 nickels. So that's the ratio. The ratio is 1 dimes, or 1 dime is equal to 2 nickels. So 13 dimes got to equal to 26 nickels. Right? It's a 1 to 2 ratio. So every dime is 2 nickels. So if I have 13 dimes, so we take 13 times 2, which is 26 nickels. So the problem starts with 33 nickels compared to 13 dimes. So when I convert them into nickels, that will be 33 nickels to 26 nickels. Since I got nickels on top, nickels in the bottom, the units cancels out. So that's the reason why ratios are unitless. All right, so in my graphing calculator, I'm just going to divide with my calculator. That's typing 33 divided by 26. When I press enter or you press equal, it gives me a decimal answer. So since the problem wants me to write them as reduced to the lowest term, that means it wants fraction answers. All right, so as you can recall in Module 2, there are two different types of fractions, proper and improper. It does not matter in this case as long as it's a fraction answer. So I press Math, choose number 1, convert to fractions, which still is going to be 33 over 6 because it cannot be reduced. So my ratio for this problem is 33 to 26. All right, same thing. 238 minutes compared to 3 hours. So make sure they have the same units before you write them out as a ratio. So the conversion between hours and minutes. 1 hour for 60 minutes. Since hours are bigger, so we take the bigger unit, convert to a small unit. Every hour is 60 minutes. Since I got 3 hours, so we times by 60. So that will give me 180 minutes. So 3 hours are equivalent to 180 minutes. So since 238 minutes goes first, so that will be on the top of my fraction. So 238 compared to 180. If I use my calculator to reduce one more time, typing 238 divided by 180. So I'm basically doing the division using a calculator. That gave me some sort of decimal answer. It's a repeating 2. So let's convert to a fraction. Choose number 1. Convert to fraction. Enter 119. 119 to 90. So that's my ratio. All right, let's do feet and yards. So yard is bigger than feet, so we will convert yards into feet. Make sure they have the same units before I write out the ratio in terms of a fraction. So on the formula sheet, yard and feet, US unit of length, yard and feet. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So since I got 21 yard, I times by 3. 1 yard, 3 feet. Since I got 21 yards, and every yard is 3 feet, so that's why I times by 3. So that tells me I got 63 feet. All right, so this problem is 14 feet goes first, so that will be on the top of my fraction compared to 63 feet. So let's see if I can reduce it. I'm going to do it in the calculator one more time. 14 divided by 63. All right, press math. Choose number 1, convert to fraction. Okay, so that will be 2 over 9. So 14 and 63 can be reduced by 7. So my ratio is 2 to 9 ratio. All right, so in this lecture video, we just quickly mention the concept of ratio. It's a comparison of two quantities with the same unit by division. All right, thank you for watching.